Okay, is that working now? Awesome, thank you so much. Hey everyone, I want to welcome you to the webinar. I apologize for all the technical difficulties we had getting started. We had a lot more people show up to this than we'd anticipated, and with that came a couple of bugs and errors. But it looks like right now all of you guys are online right now, and you can see my screen. So thank you so much for being here. Now we have a lot more people who are logging in right now, and so while we're waiting for those guys to get on, I want to cover a couple really quick things with you guys to make sure you get the most out of today's webinar. So the first thing I want to cover is if you've ever been on a webinar with me before in the past, you know I usually talk kind of fast, and I'll try to keep it slow, but when I get excited about something, sometimes I talk really, really fast. So the first thing you can do is take out a pad of paper and a pen and make sure you're taking notes. I'm going to be covering a lot of really important things that you're going to want to know, and so make sure you have those things out in front of you, okay? The second thing is I want to make sure that you're clear from all distractions that are around you. So if you have your Messenger open or Skype or your email, close those things down right now so that way we can be focusing and paying complete attention to each other. Does that sound good? All right, and the next thing is down below, there's a little button that you can click on that will actually maximize this webinar so it takes up your full computer screen. So if you click on that button right now, that way you'll be able to focus on it 100% and we can have the conversation we need to have to be able to change your life. Does that sound good? Okay, cool. Now to get started with, again, my name is Russell Brunson, and my students have kind of nicknamed me the Overnight Success Maker. And I think that's because we've had a really long track record, almost 10 years now, of helping people to start businesses online and become successful very, very quickly. Now what's exciting is in all my years doing this online, the process I'm going to be walking you guys through tonight is by far the quickest and the easiest way that I've ever seen to make money online. Okay, and so that's what we're going to be going through over the next about 60 minutes. So make sure you blocked out 60 minutes in your schedule to go through what we're going to be talking about during this webinar. Sound good? Okay, let's get started then. Oh, and before I forget, I want to mention that at the end of this webinar, don't forget I'm giving you all a free money-making website. Now, this money-making website, other people have already used this to finally start making some money online. And you get this website for free even if you don't decide to do coaching with us at the end of the webinar. Okay, this website can help you fire your boss, and it can help you to get started online right away. Okay, does that sound good? Now again, there's no obligations, no cost to this. You guys get it for free just by watching the entire webinar. And again, at the end of this webinar, I'll show you exactly how to get that free website. Sounds good? Okay. Now to begin this webinar, I wanted to kind of tell you guys a story that really had a big impact on me and why this whole entire webinar and the whole .com Secrets X program that I'm going to be talking to you guys about, why it came about. Okay, now I'm guessing that for most of you guys, you probably wanted to work from home, right? I'm guessing this isn't the very first time you've searched for information about working from home, or you've been on a webinar, or you've read a letter, or something about making money from home, right? I'm guessing most of you guys it's not the first time. Now the biggest problem about the internet is that you probably stumbled upon a lot of different people. Okay, you probably found people who are out there promising you riches untold. All you have to do is click on a couple buttons, or all you have to do is buy this program and some magic thing will happen, right? And the problem with all these programs I've seen out there is there's always a catch. Have you guys noticed that? And the catch is always, we got to pay me first, and then I'm going to show you how to do this thing. And I remember one day, one of our events we were doing, I did the whole presentation, and I was showing everybody, and afterwards the guy kind of pulled me aside, and he said, "Hey Russell, you know, I believe in everything you're saying. I think you're an honest person. I believe in all the different things you're showing me. But if this works so good, you know, I'm kind of hurting on money right now. I don't have the financial means to invest and get started with you." He said, what if I took your program and I go out there, I apply it, I become successful, and then I pay you from the profits that I made? He said, would you be willing to do that? Okay, now what do you guys think about that? I'm sure you've probably thought that before, haven't you? Okay, I know it was something I'd heard more than once from more than one student, but that time it really kind of struck a chord with me, and I realized that he's probably right. And I said, I want to do something like that, and so we sat down, went to the drawing board, and that's how we developed and how we came up with the .com Secrets X program, is to give you something where you could jump in there, start making money, and then don't pay me any money until you've been making money. Does that sound pretty cool? Okay, so let me kind of show you exactly how this whole system is going to work and where the .com Secrets X philosophies came about. Okay, so the first question I'm sure some of you guys have is, who is Russell Brunson? Now the reality is I really hate this part. I hate going through and telling people about who I am, but I think it's also important because there's so many people out there who are scam artists who are trying to take your money. I want to make sure you know that I'm a legitimate person just like you, so that's why I want to kind of tell you my story really briefly. Now I started this entire business while I was in college, and you can see right here I wasn't exactly the Einstein of my class. I graduated from Boise State University with a whopping 2.389 GPA. Which is something that I think most of you guys would be very embarrassed about. But that was my GPA when I graduated from college. And I started this business right after I got married to my beautiful wife, Colette. This is actually one of our wedding pictures here. And we got married. At the same time, I was actually wrestling at Boise State University, trying to fulfill my dreams. And the reality was we were completely broke. This is a picture of my wife and I, and she hates this picture. She's embarrassed I'm even showing it to you. But this is actually in our very first rental house we were living in when we got married, and we were broke. We were so broke that we actually decided to cut up our credit cards because they were maxed out, and we didn't want to get more credit cards. We wanted to figure out a way to get out of debt. And so we cut up our credit cards, and that's where this whole journey kind of began. Does that sound familiar to any of you guys? Okay, now I was in a spot in my life where I wanted to change. I had tried to make money online before. I had failed. In fact, I struggled for over 18 months trying every single thing I could get my hands on. I bought people's courses. I bought their software. I bought website kits. I bought coaching. I bought all these type of things, and nothing seemed to work. And I don't think I'm really I don't think I'm a dumb person, but I just couldn't figure out how to make it work. Everything was so complicated. There were so many steps. I wanted an easy, duplicatable way for me to make money online. And finally, one day, I got kind of lucky. I found a mentor. And this is a picture of him. His name is Mark Joyner. And he was my very first mentor online. And he was actually a mentor who wasn't full of crap. And I say that because there's so many guys out there who say that they're internet marketing coaches. They say different things, but they don't actually give you the goods. They don't actually teach you anything. And Mark is one who, again, I still look up to him to this day as the person who kind of got me in this business and helped me get off my feet and start making money. Now, after Mark kind of had a few minutes or a little bit of time to spend with me and teach me the ropes of internet marketing, then I started going to work, and things took off pretty fast. Now, I want to show you really quickly kind of what happened over the next few years. That year, my senior year in college, I actually made $250,000 my senior year in college. And that's with me wrestling, that's with me getting married, all these things were happening, and I made $250,000 my senior year. Isn't that pretty exciting? Okay, for me as a college kid, that was huge. It was one of the biggest accomplishments I could even dream of. But I didn't realize that was just the beginning of this whole thing. It got even better. Within a year of graduating from college, I had made my millionth dollar. And that was a huge kind of landmark for me as well. Now, fast forward about 5 years after college, within 5 years, my company was making over 8 figures a year. Okay, that's over $10 million a year we were making in revenue doing this whole internet marketing thing that we had learned about. Okay, now since then, I've had a chance to do some really cool stuff. This is actually me speaking on stage at a Dan Kennedy seminar in front of over 1,200 people. I had a chance to speak at Tony Robbins' Business Mastery event where I had a chance to teach business owners from all over the world how to use internet marketing in their business. I had a chance to go to a Richard Branson event, and we helped raise over $50,000 for one of his charities. And because of that, they actually put our company name on the side of one of his airplanes. So some pretty cool things that have happened to us just in the last few years. And there's this and obviously a whole bunch more. So that's kind of a glimpse of what's happened in my life ever since I kind of learned this whole internet marketing game. And ever since then, I've always been wondering, how can I give back? How can I really help other people who are in the same situation I was in? Okay, I'm sure a lot of you guys either have been in that situation before or you're in it right now, and you're frustrated, right? You're tired of all the hype and all the scams and all the lies out there, and you want something that actually works. So I sat down and said, how can we give back? How can we give to the people in this community the same way that I was able to take and learn? How can I give back and help other people as well? So one day we sat down and we decided we're going to create 4 missions for our company, .com Secrets. And these are missions that are going to dictate how we run our business, how we run our coaching programs, and how we try to change our students' lives. So I want to go through these really quick with you because I think they're very powerful and very important. And our first mission is to help 100,000 people to make their first $100 online. Now, this kind of came about because I was talking to someone who told me they'd been on the internet for over 3 years and still hadn't made a penny. And that was shocking to me because it's so easy to make money online when you know how to do it. And it was amazing to me that no one had taught that person a simple, easy way. Now, in fact, this first concept right here, at the end of this webinar, I'm going to be doing this with you for free in the next 30 days. So in the next 30 days from right now, I'm going to help you make your very first $100 online. Does that sound good? Okay, so that's my very first goal for you today, immediately, and that's one of the first missions of our company is to help 100,000 people do this. Okay, so you're going to be one of those 100,000 people. Does that sound good? Awesome. Okay, now the second goal is to help 10,000 people to finally fire their bosses. Okay, now again, a lot of people can help make money online, but there's going to be some kind of a tipping point where you know what that number is in your head. If that number, if it's I need making $2,000 a month, or $5,000 a month, or $10,000 a month, and you know what that number is, and you know that as soon as I hit that number, boom, then I can fire my boss. And that's our next goal, is to help 10,000 people to get that number in their head, to get that number and to finally be able to fire their boss. Okay? Now, do you know that number in your head? I'm sure you do. I'm sure you've thought about it multiple times. You know that it's, $5,000 or $10,000 a month. So that's our next goal, is to help 10,000 people to finally fire their bosses. The next goal is to help over 1,000 people become 6-figure earners. Okay, that simply means we want you to make 6 figures a year. That's over $100,000 a year. My goal is to help 1,000 people to become 6-figure earners, and then my last goal is to help 100 people to become online millionaires. Now I know that those goals seem kind of lofty and kind of big, and a lot of people say, "Yeah, good luck, Russell, with that." But for me, it's a real attainable goal. We have a lot of people we've already helped make make the $100. We've got a lot of people that have gone through our coaching and have been able to fire their bosses. We have a few people right now who are already 6-figure earners, and we've got one couple who are very close to the way to becoming online millionaires. In fact, they're going to be on this webinar here in a few minutes. You're going to have a chance to actually meet them. This year, they should pass the $1 million mark, which is really exciting. Which they will be our first people to pass that to pass the $1 million mark. It means we have 99 more after them. So it gets me really excited and really motivated that these are our missions, and this is how we want to help you. Does that sound good? Okay, cool. Okay, now let me explain to you exactly what .com Secrets X is. The first thing is it's a very fast coaching program. Now, the entire first step of this coaching program takes less than 30 days to implement. And the nice thing about it is it's completely newbie friendly. That means if this is day one for you on the internet, you've never tried anything else before ever, it's something that even with that happening, you can still make money in 30 days by following this game plan. Okay, so I don't care, again, if this is day number 1 or if you've been doing this for 5 years and you're still struggling, it's very newbie friendly and anybody can make this successful. The second thing is that if you're a pro marketer who's been doing this for a long time, this is something that's very fun and an easy way to add an additional income stream to your business almost immediately. Okay, so that's the next thing. The third important part about this whole thing is it's all self-funding. Okay, now I know a lot of you guys, money is an issue right now. That's why you're here. And I don't think a lot of internet marketing gurus ever understand that. Okay, you're here because you need money, not because you got a lot of extra money you want to blow on things. It's because you need money. So the nicest thing about .com Secrets X is it's self-funding. Everything you do is going to pay for the next step. So that way, in theory, you don't have to pay any money out of your pocket. Now, there's things you can do to increase the speed of how much money you make, but you don't. Those things are not required. In fact, I'm going to show you tonight a path where you can start making money almost immediately without spending even a penny out of your pocket. Does that sound pretty exciting for most of you guys? Okay, I hope so. Hopefully that was a breath of fresh air that's going to give you guys the tools you need to really be successful online this time. Okay, so let me cover the 4 things you're going to learn about tonight. The very first thing, again, is the .com Secrets X Challenge. The second thing is what I call the Plato or Plomo Blueprint, and I'll explain more what that is here in a little bit, don't worry. The third thing is the 30-day coaching program, and the fourth thing is the catch. Now, I know a lot of you guys are probably thinking, well, Russell, what's the catch? You talked about a free coaching program. You know, what's the catch behind this? There's got to be a catch. And I'm going to talk about that. What is the pink elephant in the room? I want to explain that right up front right now because I don't want you guys thinking for the next 60 minutes, what's the catch? What's the catch? I'm going to give you the catch right now so that way you don't have to think about that and we can focus on building a business and making yourself money. Does that sound good? Okay, so let me show you exactly what the catch is. At the end of this webinar, every single one of you guys is going to have a chance to sign up for just $1 for this coaching program for the next 30 days. Okay? The cool thing is this dollar is not going to me. That dollar is going to be given to an organization called the World Teacher Aid. I'm going to talk more about them here in a minute, but that's what's going to happen with that dollar. Now, the next exciting thing is for every 1,000th person we get to sign up for .com Secrets X, that means every time we get 1,000 new members, we're going to go and grant a wish through Make-A-Wish. Okay? Now, I don't know if you've ever had a chance to work with Make-A-Wish before, but it's one of the most amazing organizations in the world. And just recently, we actually had a chance to grant 2 wishes. And I want to show you 2 of the wishes we've recently been able to grant because of .com Secrets X. Okay, so the first wish we were able to grant was from a little girl named Kendall. Now, Kendall is a 4-year-old girl who's suffering from leukemia right now. And at age 3, she actually had to go through an entire 16 months of chemotherapy. And her wish was she wanted to actually go to SeaWorld. And so after she finished her 16 months of chemotherapy, she was actually able to go with her and her parents and her grandparents to SeaWorld. And the coolest thing is they actually had a chance to go on her birthday. Now, this is one wish we were able to grant because of .com Secrets X. Now, the second wish we were able to grant, and this is one of my favorite ones so far, was from a little boy named John. Now, just so you know a little bit about John, John is a hardcore Wiggles fan. You can kind of see the Wiggles there back in the background. And he had always watched the Wiggles. They had them saved on their TiVo, on their DVR. And one day, the entire DVR crashed, and they lost all the seasons of the Wiggles. And he wanted to have, he wanted to get the seasons again. So what they did is actually contacted the Sprout Network, which runs the Wiggles, and we were able to get all the seasons on DVD. They brought him to John. They took him and his entire family, did a huge screening party where they had a chance to watch Wiggles together as a family in front of a big, kind of a big theater room. And it was an amazing wish and really had a chance to have a huge impact on his life as well. And so these are just 2 of the wishes we had a chance to grant through .com Secrets X. And our goal is to be able to grant a new wish at least every single month. And right now we're getting very close to that as we bring in new members. Every time we hit 1,000 members, we grant another wish, which is kind of an exciting thing, don't you think? So that's one of the really cool things we're doing here at .com Secrets X. Okay, now I want to talk to you for a few minutes about the .com Secrets X challenge that you're going through right now. The first thing is that this challenge will change your life if you allow it to. Okay, and I know that because I've seen this happen in the past with other challenges we've done. In fact, in a second here, you're going to have a chance to meet someone who went through a similar challenge before and it's literally transformed their life. In fact, like I mentioned a minute ago, they are on their way to this year passing the $1 million mark with their business. Okay, so this challenge can literally change your life forever. Okay, now step number one is to focus on this webinar. Okay, now this webinar is a training and an orientation webinar. In the next 60 minutes, you're going to get the blueprint and the tools and everything you need to be able to go out there and start making money quickly. Now, for some of you guys, you're kind of paying attention right now, and I want you to focus 100% on this because if you were to come and hire me as a consultant, right now I charge $5,000 an hour for consulting or $25,000 a day. In fact, if you want to hire one of my coaches, they charge $800 an hour to coach with one of my coaches. Okay, so that's kind of the value of what you're getting right now. You're getting for free 60 full minutes of my time. So what I want you to do is, I know there's a lot of people on this webinar, but I want you to focus and pretend like it's just me and you talking right now. Pretend like you just paid me $5,000 for this coaching and really take it internally and focus because that's what you're getting. You're going to get $5,000 worth of value right now in the next 60 minutes. Okay, so step number one again is this webinar. Now step number two is the second this webinar ends, you're going to have a chance to get started, and my goal is over the next 30 days for you to make at least $100. Now for some of you guys are thinking $100, that'd be awesome, right? For other of you guys think $100 is not that much money. The reality is making $100 through this program is not difficult. In fact, a lot of you guys are going to make a lot more than that, but my goal is for you to make at least $100 in the next 30 days. Okay, so that's step number two. And step number three that starts on day number 31, my goal for you is to help you to be able to fire your boss as quick as possible. And that's kind of what we're going through during the .com Secrets X challenge. Okay, now what I want you to do is I want you to sit back for a quick minute. I'm going to tell you a really cool story about the last time we did a challenge here at .com Secrets. Now, some of you guys may remember this was a couple of years ago. We did a challenge, and I want to show you really quickly. Here's a picture of our challenge winners, and again, we have them here with us. You're going to have a chance to meet them here in a second. But they won a Corvette. We put together a whole challenge. We had over 80,000 people compete in this challenge, and at the end of it, they won the grand prize, which was this Corvette. Now, what's kind of cool about it is we got down to like 6 finalists, and they didn't know they had won or they hadn't won, and so me, and this is the picture here of Brent, we flew in an airplane, flew out there to North Carolina where they live. We actually picked up the Corvette, and we surprised them at their house. And there's kind of a funny story behind this. In fact, when we drove there the first time, we went to the wrong house, we had the wrong address, so I had my assistant call them, tell them that they hadn't won, and then we were able to go back and actually show up to their house when, and they were all depressed because they thought they hadn't won, and we knocked on the door, and we gave them the Corvette, which was a really exciting thing. And I have kind of a video clip here to show you how much fun we had giving them this Corvette when they won our last challenge. So, Justin Spencer and his wife, Jen, they won our $100 million challenge, which was a Corvette, was the grand prize. They don't even know we're coming. They have no idea. And this right here is the car we're about to drive to Justin's house. He doesn't even know he's getting it yet. We're going to drive to his house, knock on the door, and he's going to open up and see a big red bow on top of the black car. It's going to be his. We're so excited. This is awesome. This is like Christmas for me. I'm so excited. So here we are. We're at Justin Spencer, his old house. Apparently, we got the wrong address. And so to get his right address, we feel guilty. Lindsay had, in fact, talking to Lindsay right now on the phone. She had to call and tell him that he didn't win so he could get his real address. So he's pissed right now. He thinks he just lost. But hopefully we'll get there soon. Dirty. Oh my God. Mr. Spencer, congratulations. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Are you guys That is so awesome. Congratulations, lady. I'm shaking. It's unbelievable. It's like a dream. It is a dream. Isn't that awesome? Can you guys imagine what it would be like to actually win a Corvette? So what I want to do, a lot of people ask us, they say, well, what's happened to Xanagen since then? Like, what is their life like now? So we actually have them right here on the webinar with us. And I'm going to have them kind of tell you in their story what their life's like ever since they joined our very first challenge. Okay, so kind of give some really quick background. Xan and Jen are by far some of the coolest people I've ever had a chance to meet, and I'm just grateful for them going through this contest. Glad it was them that had a chance to win the Corvette. But what I want them to do is I want them to come on and kind of explain to you guys what their life was like before they got into our very first challenge. Because a lot of people look at them now and say, wow, they're driving a Corvette, they've made a whole bunch of money, you know, and I want you to understand that they're real people just like me, just like you, and I want them to explain to you what their life was like before they got started in this whole internet marketing thing. So Xan and Jen, thank you so much for being here, and we're glad to have you guys on the webinar.
Yeah, thanks for having us here, Russell. I appreciate it, man. We, I mean, before the contest, I mean, we had kind of the same life as anyone else. I was working a 9-to-5 job and just going through the same routine day in and day out. I'd wake up, and head to work and leave at 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and head back home. And that was pretty much what I was doing. And
okay, but my life was way worse than just normal, all right? I had a bunch of real estate properties, and that December, about 2 weeks before we met Russell, every single one of my tenants decided not to pay their rent. So we were left with all of these mortgages. It was right before Christmas. We were 6 months, newly married, and we had $40 in our bank account.
Yeah, actually, it was like
38
it was like $30-something, yeah.
Horrible.
It was terrible.
That was right before we met Russell, and then enter Russell with this challenge, and Zan started working on it, and I was like, what is he doing now? Seriously, how much money are you?
So I'm sitting at home, and I'm on the computer, and Jen sees this Corvette sitting on my computer screen, and she's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, look, well, I met this guy today at work. I was working in a company, and Russell had actually called in, and I was trying to close him as a client, and he was like, hey, if you don't have anything else to do, why don't you check out this competition? And I was like, well, all right, it's free, and I have nothing really to lose, and I'm really sick of working my job. So I checked it out, and ended up being this competition, and that's when we entered it. And we competed against, I think it was like 86,000 people. And by the end of the competition, we ended up beating everyone, and that's how we won that beautiful black Corvette.
Okay, but do you know what? Even after we got our first sale, in our first month where we had over $5,000 in sales, I still thought, there's no way this is going to work. I mean, I was still so skeptical about it. It took me a couple months to come around, so I'm glad that Zan had a little bit more faith in us and the system.
I had a lot more. But yeah, I had actually kind of calculated what I thought we were going to make the first year. I thought we were going to make about $100,000 our first year, and we were super close. We actually started. We only worked for about 8 months because we started, about a quarter way through the year, and we ended up making, I don't remember the exact numbers right now, but I remember it was like close to like 90,000.
It was within $3,000 of that $100,000.
Oh, so yeah. 90. Okay, so we're very, very close. So it was awesome.
I think that's awesome because most people can't even imagine making $100,000 a year, let alone in like a brand new thing you guys just kind of started up, which is awesome. Now, one really exciting thing I know is after you guys won the challenge, I know that, Zan, you kind of did some really funny things to your boss, and then you guys took a huge long vacation. You want to kind of mention what you did at that point in your lives?
Well, okay, so I was working in sales, and then when I started this competition, I was like, you know what, I've got to do something to be able to handle, because, so here's the deal. So I was working 9 to 5, and I would come home, I would eat dinner, and I would work from like, 6 to about 3 in the morning, just, really dedicated to this contest. And so anyway, so I wanted to basically take a 3-month vacation, which, as you can imagine, if you're working a job, your boss would probably be like, no, that's not going to happen. But so I went in there, and they're like, no, there's no way we can make that happen. I was like, well, all right, consider this to be my 2 weeks notice then.
Then he came home and told me he quit his job.
No. I had mentioned to her like a couple days before that I was thinking about it. That could be a possibility, and it ended up being a possibility when they denied me the chance of going on a 3-month vacation.
But you know what? We were able to go on that 3-month vacation, and that was September through November that year, and it was awesome because it was the honeymoon we never had. We got to take 3 months off. We traveled around the nation in a Corvette.
In the Corvette.
And the best thing was that September, September, while we were on the road on vacation every single day of the month, we had our biggest month. It was huge. I mean, it increased like 3 times.
Yeah, at that time, I mean, we jumped from like $8,000 a month while on vacation to over $16,000 a month. Mm-hmm. And since then, we've been able to grow, continue to make well over $20,000 every single month now, and it just continues to grow every year. So it's awesome.
Thanks, you guys. That is awesome. And I appreciate you guys sharing your story because I know so many people out there that never think, well, I can't do it. And I love your story because you guys kind of went through the exact same process that almost everyone who's watching this webinar right now is probably thinking is, I don't know if I can do this. Or maybe, you may have a spouse who's skeptical. But when you follow the process, it really can work. And you guys are living proof of that. And thank you guys so much for being on this webinar and kind of sharing with people what your life's like now. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you. We totally appreciate you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, you guys. Okay, so now I want to talk again about the .com Secrets X Challenge. Now, one nice thing about this challenge, this is a challenge that everybody can win. Now, I want to ask you a really quick question is, after you have a chance to win this challenge, what are you going to do with that kind of money? Okay? Everyone's got different goals, different things they're looking for, but for you, what is it? Is it to empty out your bill drawer? Is it to help pay down your mortgage? Is it to fix up your house finally? Is it to recover from other bad investments you've made in the past? What is it that gets you motivated to want to win this challenge? And the next question is, after you've paid off the debt, after you've fixed up the house, after you've gotten out of those bad investments, what's the next step for you? Especially if you can keep making this type of extra income in as few as just 10 hours a week, what are you going to do with it then? Now, for some of you, are you going to want to quit your job? I know that's exactly what Zan did. Some of you guys are going to want to buy a brand new car. Some of you guys may want to go on nice vacations. Some of you guys are going to want to live completely debt-free. Am I right? I know all of you guys have different goals and different wants and different dreams. I want you to imagine those things right now for a second, because that is my goal for each of you when you take on this Dotcom Secrets X challenge, okay? So if having a second income like this, coming in beginning next month and continuing every single month for many years, interests you, then you need to pay very close attention to the rest of this webinar, because it's going to literally change your life forever. Does that sound good? Okay, cool. So really quickly, I want to talk again about my challenge. Now, my challenge kind of started going through my head again recently when that guy came up to me and basically said, if this works so good, why don't you give it to me for free and I'll pay you from those profits? And I started putting that through my head and started thinking about it, started getting more and more excited, thinking, how can I do that? And then I remembered a couple years ago, I read an ebook. And in that ebook, there was kind of a challenge to all the different authors in the ebook. And this is what the challenge was. It said, hey, insert guru name here. You suddenly lose all of your money along with your name, your reputation, and only have your marketing know-how left. You have bills piled high and people harassing you for money over the phone. Plus, you have a guaranteed roof over your head, a phone line, and an internet connection for only 1 month. You no longer have your big guru name or JV partners. Other than your vast marketing experience, you're an unknown newbie. What would you do from day 1 to day 30 to save yourself? And when I thought about that, I really sat down and said, what would I do? If I was going to do this and I had to take on a coaching client and they're not going to pay me anything unless they make any money, what would I do to make sure they were successful as quick as humanly possible? So I quickly sat down and sketched out the plan, and this is what it looked like. Now, I'm sure for most of you guys looking at this, it doesn't make a lot of sense right now, and don't worry, I'm going to explain this blueprint during this webinar, but this is the game plan you need to make money in the next 30 days, okay? And I call it the Plateau Diploma Blueprint. I'm sure a lot of you guys are thinking, what in the world does that mean, Russell? And don't worry, I'm going to explain. Okay, now Plato Plomo comes from a story that I heard a little while ago about the Mexican Mafia. Now, if you translate Plato Plomo, it stands for silver or lead. And when you translate it more loosely, it means the bribe or the bullet. Now, let me kind of explain what this means. Okay, so when people in the Mexican Mafia wanted to force political change, they would find the political leader who had the ability to make those changes and then give them an ultimatum. The ultimatum was plata o plomo, silver or lead. Take this bribe, take this gold, take this cash, take this money, and change the law, or face assassination. And that was the ultimatum they gave people. Now, with an ultimatum like that, how often do you think they're successful? Okay? If something seems completely impossible, but your only choices are make money or die, you're probably going to figure out a way to make money, right? And so this is the type of ultimatum I wanted us to have to be successful in the next 30 days. Without a goal like this, without tricking our minds into having this kind of ultimatum, there's no way we can be successful this quickly. Okay? So, Plato Plomo, this is your blueprint. Okay, now again, your bribe in this is silver, it's gold, it's money, it's financial freedom. That's the good thing you're going to get if you take this challenge by the horns and run with it. I recommend that all of you guys follow this religiously for the next 30 days. You need to commit to following simple steps for just 30 to 60 minutes every single day. And if you do that, you're going to be able to see success. Okay, now the ultimatum, plomo. Bullet, death, whatever you want to call it. And don't worry, I'm not going to kill you, but if you set your mindset that way, if you're not successful in 30 days, you could die, I promise you're going to be able to succeed and follow your goals. Okay, this is the type of mindset you need to have to be successful during this 30-day challenge. So again, here's the full Plato o Plomo blueprint. Now I'm going to be going over each of these different sections here during this webinar right now. And so again, make sure you have a pad of paper out and a pencil to take notes. And I'm going to start kind of in the back side of this. I'm going to start over on the block that says Give, Invest, Party. I'm going to start there. I'm going to work backwards back to the front. And by the time we get to the front, you're going to see exactly how simple and how easy this blueprint is and how quickly you can start making money with it when you follow everything I show you on this webinar. Sound good? Okay, cool. So the first step in this process, again, is the give, invest, and party. This is what's going to happen. This is kind of the fruits of your labor. After you've made the money, this is what you're going to do. And I know for all of us, it's very important to give back, don't you think? So I'm going to talk to you about how Dotcom Secrets X is giving back and how the efforts that you're going to be doing here are going to be giving back and paying back and helping others. The first thing is working very closely with an organization called the World Teacher Aid. In fact, one of my best friends and his wife started this a little while ago, and they do some amazing work. And the exciting thing is that every new member that joins Dotcom Secrets X, we give $1 to the World Teacher Aid. So again, when you sign up for Dotcom Secrets X after the end of this webinar, we're going to give World Teacher Aid $1. The next exciting thing is we give actually 3% of the monthly profits from .com Secrets X back to World Teacher Aid. Now, I'm going to show you here in a second exactly what that does, but 3% of the profits that .com Secrets X makes goes back to World Teacher Aid. That's one way that we're giving. Now, if you haven't heard about World Teacher Aid really quick, I want to show you why I'm so passionate about this and why we're helping them out. In fact, last year we were able to raise a bunch of money for World Teacher Aid, and a group of people actually went out to Kenya, and they had a chance to build schools for the kids out there. Now, I didn't have a chance to go out there this year because it was bad scheduling and things like that, and so what happened is the group of people who went out there, Stu McLaren and Dave Fry, actually they made a video for me showing the school that the money we helped raise actually built. And I want to show you that video really quick so you can see why I'm so passionate about this organization and these kids.
Hey Russell, how are you, man? We are, me and Stu are down here in Kenya. Where are we at, Stu?
We are standing right in front of your classroom, Russ.
This is a result of your donation, Russell, and it's going to help a lot of kids. How many kids do we get into a classroom?
In an average class, Russ, we're looking at 65 to 70 children.
So we're going to take you inside your classroom so that you can get a look and see what it's like, okay?
Come on in, Russ.
Russell, come on in. Hey Russell, we are in your classroom. This is your classroom, and we wanted to introduce you to your students, the students that attend your classroom. Russell, we just want, on behalf of Stu and myself and World Teacher Aid and Amy, we want to thank you very much for your donation. Okay, Russell, the kids have a very, very special message just for you. All right, did you hear that? Russell Brunson, we thank you. Russell, we thank you. We love you, man.
Thanks, buddy. You've made a huge difference.
Wasn't that video awesome? I get tears every time I watch it, and so that's why I'm so passionate about World Teacher Aid. So one thing you can know is by becoming part of .com Secrets X, everything you guys are going to be doing is going to be going back and helping kids out there in Kenya. Now, one nice thing is I'm actually have a chance. I'm going out this year. My wife and I to go out there and help build schools. I want to give you guys kind of a goal and incentive as well in the future is to be able to have a chance to join World Teacher Aid and come out there to Kenya with us. It's a yearly trip we're going to be taking every single year, and we want you coming with us in the future after you've been able to make enough money that you can actually start giving back as well. Does that sound good? Cool. The next thing here is very important, and a lot of people don't do this, and that's why a lot of people's businesses fail after they get started. You need to take a percentage of the profits you make and reinvest them back into advertising. Now, we currently take about 20% of all the profits we make and reinvest those back into ads, 20% or more. And we need you doing the exact same type of thing because that's how you grow your business. So you need to invest. And then the third thing here, which is very important as well, is you need to have fun with this. You need to when you make some money, you need to celebrate and actually have some fun. I still remember when I made my very first commission online. I made $20. It came into my PayPal account. My wife and I went out to dinner and a movie that night, and that $20 we celebrated with. And I want you to do the same thing. You need to be celebrating all your victories along the way, because if you don't celebrate, it's hard to get the momentum and the excitement you need to keep moving forward. Here's a picture of me and actually David Fry and Kurt Christensen. Just recently we were on a cruise out in, this is actually a picture in Cozumel. We had a chance to rent electric skateboards and cruise up and down Cozumel. And so, again, I want you guys setting goals. You know, if it's to go on a cruise, if it's to go to Hawaii, whatever your goal is, set some goals and start striving for them, because these goals are going to push you. And I'm sure you've heard this before, but without a vision, the people perish. And it's important for you to have a vision of what you want. And so sit down and really figure out what you want to do when you start making money. Okay, what are your first goals? What are you going to do? You know, when you start making when you make your first $100, how are you going to celebrate? When you make your first $1,000, how are you going to celebrate? You make your first $10,000, how are you going to celebrate? Okay, those things are very important. If you don't have those, you're not going to have the drive you need to push yourself to be successful. Sound good? Okay, cool. So I'm sure the next logical question for most of you guys is, sure, Russell, I'd love to give, I'd love to invest, I'd love to party, but how in the world do I get that money? Am I right? Well, let's step back to the blueprint so we can see exactly how that works. Now, as you can see right here, when you step back from here, the next thing you see is promoting offers. Now, an offer could be a product, it could be a service, but you promote that and you actually make some money. Okay? So this is where you're promoting offers. Now, some people say, well, Russell, how do we promote an offer? Well, that's what this is right here. This is talking about your email list. Now, when you have an email list, it's nice. You send out an email to your list. Some people read the emails, they click on a link, they buy a product, and boom, you get paid some money. Now, don't worry, I'm going to explain exactly how this whole process works. The first thing we'll talk about is promoting offers. Now, who has ever thought in the past that, sure, the gurus can make a lot of money online because they can promote a bunch of offers because they have a big, huge email list, right? Or who else has ever thought, sure, I can make $20,000 overnight just like the gurus claim if only I had a huge email list of hundreds of thousands of people, right? Okay, or I could do a huge product launch and make millions of dollars overnight if I just had an email list, okay? Or I could finally get JV partners to promote my products if I only had an email list. Or I could finally make money online if I only had an email list, okay? Have any of you guys ever thought that before? Okay, of course you have, because when you have a huge email list, well, let me just show you what you can do every single day when you have a big email list. Okay, this is a picture right here of a check I got for $69,616, and I made this check because I sent out an email on November 16th. From that email, as you can see right here on the image, I got 2,523 clicks, and from those 2,523 clicks, I made $69,616 by promoting a webinar I did with one of my friends named Brittany Lynch. Okay, now who here would like to get a check in the mail for $69,000 for a couple of emails you sent out? Okay, if you're not nodding your head yes right now, then you're a liar. Okay, I know that every single one of you guys, including me, would love to get a check for $69,000 for sending out a couple emails. Okay, now let me show you what else you can do with the list. Here's an email I sent out on August 10th, and August 10th is actually a special day for me. This is my wife and I's anniversary. So I don't normally work on August 10th, but I did wake up in the morning, I sent out an email, and from that email it did really well. We got 9,757 clicks, and guess how much money I made for my wife on our anniversary day? We were able to make $28,992.27 from that email campaign. Okay, now is that exciting for you guys? Can you imagine making $28,000 without doing anything? Okay, I literally sent an email out. It was somebody else's product, somebody else fulfilled on it, somebody else did the support. All I did was write an email, send it to my list, and boom, $28,000 later. That was the result of having my own email list. Okay, is this getting most of you guys a little more excited now about having your own email list? I hope so. I know for me it's getting me more excited as well. Okay, now here's another email I sent out on August 3rd. This is actually 7 days before my anniversary. It was for a product called Mobile Monopoly. We sent 7,102 clicks to that offer, and you can see the results right here. We made $17,558.43 from that email campaign. Okay, now again, I don't care who you are. At this point, you're probably excited about having your own email list. Am I correct? Okay, cool. Well, let's move on now. Now, I need you guys to understand some very important metrics when it comes to having your own email list, okay? Now, I didn't realize this when I first got started, but when I started understanding this, it changed the entire world for me. Okay, the first thing is that on average, you should average about $1 per subscriber per month, okay? Now, for my internet marketing list, that's about what I average. I literally average $1 per month per person on my list. We have other lists where we average even more. In fact, one of my lists in one of our niches, we average $6 per name per month. So what does that mean? That means when I had 100 people on my email list, I was averaging about $100 per month in sales. Okay? Now, when I built my list, I got to the point where I had 1,000 people on my list, I was making about $1,000 per month. When I had 10,000 people on my list, I was averaging about $10,000 a month. When I had 100,000 people on my list, I was averaging over $100,000 per month. Okay, so that's some of the metrics to understand. And when you start building your list, those are the kind of revenues that are possible. Okay, now again, this is happening for me every single day. And like I said, $1 is actually kind of low. Some of my niches average up to $6 or more. But let's just say for a baseline that you're going to make $1 per month per name on your email list. Sound good? Okay, cool. Now here's some more important metrics and math you need to understand to really make money in the internet marketing game. The next metric I like to call is EPC, and that stands for earnings per click. Okay, now our goal is always to make at least $1 EPC. So what that means is if I send out an email and I get 100 people to click on that email, I'm going to average about $100 in sales. Okay, if I can go get 1,000 people to click on an email, I'm going to make $1,000 in sales. Okay, if I get 10,000 clicks, $10,000, and so on and so forth. Does that make sense? So the very important metric you want to know and understand is EPC. Whenever I promote an offer, the first thing I ask is, what is the average EPC that most people are making? Because if I can average $1 or $2 or more, then I know I'm going to get a very good return for every single email I send out. Okay, so I'm sure a few of you guys are saying, Russell, that sounds awesome, but the problem is I still don't have a list. Okay, now this is one of my favorite comics because it illustrates this point perfectly. Okay, you say, Russell, I want a list because I want to make money, but I can't make money until I have a list. And you get kind of stuck in this whole chicken and the egg type thing. So what in the world are you supposed to do? And for you guys who are thinking that right now, I want to say, don't worry, you're in good control. That's kind of the next step here in the Plato Oplomo blueprint. I've already showed you right here what you're going to do with your money. I showed you right here how you can promote offers and make a lot of money. Now I'm going to show you how you can actually get this list for free. Okay, so that's what I'm going to walk you guys through right now. So this is how to build a list for free, or better yet, how to get paid to actually build your list using a concept we call self-liquidating offers, or SLOs, okay? Now the reality is that most people will never make money online, and the reason why is because they're trying to make money online. I know it sounds really confusing and counterintuitive, but let me explain what that means. This is how most people try to make money on the internet, okay? The first step is they create a product that sells for about $100. Second step is they go and they buy $100 worth of advertising. Now they hope they're going to be able to spend under $100 in advertising to make that sale. And if they do, they can keep the profits. So for example, if I spend $80 in advertising and I make a $100 sale, that means I get to keep $20. And that sounds pretty good, right? Wrong. This is why most people fail online, because this is exactly what they're trying to do. So a question I'm sure you have right now is, why are people failing if this is how they're doing it? Well, the first reason why is to make these metrics work, you have to have a really good offer that converts. Now let me talk to you a little bit about what goes into making a really good offer. First, you got to create a really good product. Second, you have to have somebody write a sales letter or sales video for that product. Now, this is not a cheap task. In fact, most good copywriters charge $15,000 or more for a sales letter. Now, I've seen people out there who charge $300 to $1,000, $1,000 to $5,000 or more. But the reality is, I've never had a good converting sales letter unless I spent at least $15,000 for a good copywriter. Okay, now most people don't do that. They put up their website, they have bad sales copy, they spend $100, and guess what? No money comes out the backside. The next problem is that most advertising just costs too much. Okay, most people don't know how to do it. They go to Google, they go to Facebook, they go to places they think are going to be really easy to drive ads and make money with. The problem is that's the same thing that everybody else is saying, and those ad costs get so expensive that most people can never compete, especially when they're beginning. The truth is, the majority of people spend $100, and guess what they make? You're right, exactly zero. So I'm sure at this point you're thinking, Russell, I've lost all hope. I'm never going to try this game anymore. I'm out. But don't worry, I want to show you guys the right way to easily and consistently make money online without ever losing your shirt. Does that sound good? You guys want to learn that? Okay, cool. So let me show you now the right way. The right way starts very similar to the way the wrong way started. First step is you create a product that sells for $100. Second step is you buy $100 in advertising. Now the differences start about right here. The first thing is your goal now is not to make money. Your goal is to just break even. Yes, that means I want to make $0 or even lose a little bit of money, and I'm still going to be okay. But what happens when I do this is I get something even more valuable than money. I get my own email list. And this is how successful people make money online. Okay, does that make sense to you guys? Who here feels a little bit like this after that explanation? Okay, I know a lot of you guys probably said, Russell, that was really cool. Some of you guys probably said, Russell, that's over my head. So what I want to do is I want to actually show you how this worked for me when I first got started online. Sound good? Okay, my story is probably a lot like a lot of your guys'. I went out there, I created my very first product, I put it online, and guess what happened? Nothing. I was really frustrated and angry. I spent a lot of time and energy and money, but nothing happened. I tried to sell it online, but advertising seemed way too expensive. And then one day, I got kind of lucky. I found a person who actually liked my product, and they had a list. The problem was this guy had his own list, and he knew the value of what he had. So when I tried to get him to promote my product, he told me no. So after he told me no, I went back and did what anyone would say. I said, how about this? I'm going to give you 100% commission if you promote this product. That means if you make $1,000, you keep every single penny of everything you make. Now this was an irresistible offer that he could not say no to. So he sent out an email to his massive list. He sold 14 copies of my product, and that one email he sent out made well over $500, and guess what I made? Exactly zero. But don't feel sad for me yet, because what I got was even better than cash. I added 217 people to my email list. So let me explain it again. I made $0 from selling my own product, but I got 217 new people to join my list. Now at first, I didn't see the huge opportunity that was in front of me. Okay, I was kind of bummed out. My wife was upset that I made $0 and still had to do customer support. But what happened next was exciting. That tiny 217 person tiny list started to make me money. Now can you guess about how much money it was making me? I was averaging pretty close to about $217 per month. Now obviously it was give or take a little bit. I was probably a little higher, a little bit lower. But I was making close to $200 per month. Now remember the internet marketing math I told you about before. You're going to average about $1 per subscriber per month. And that's when I got it. Now how many of you guys are getting this right now? Okay, I hope so, because that's when I really got it. From that point forward, my goal was no longer to make money by selling my products, but to build a list by selling my products. Because while products come and go, the list will last forever. That was one of my biggest ahas in my entire business. The list is the key. The money is in the list. When you start looking around, you're going to notice a couple big things. First off, every big guru online has one thing in common. They all have their own email list. I don't care what industry you're in, every single one of them has their own email list. Second thing is every big product launch has one big thing in common. What's that? A whole bunch of people with big email lists. And the more time you spend online looking at how people are making money, you're going to discover the same thing that I did. Every person making money online has the exact same thing in common. They each have an email list. Without a list, everything else is useless. Okay, I've seen products out there teaching Facebook and Google and SEO and PPC and CPV and all sorts of stuff. All those things are completely useless unless you have an email list. And for those of you who may be a little overwhelmed at this point, don't worry. All you need to remember is one simple fact for tonight. And that fact is this. You want your own email list. That's the missing puzzle piece. Remember, right now, I'm currently making $1 per month for every person on my email list, and you can too. Now, what you'll learn inside of .com Secrets X is how to use SLOs, self-liquidating offers, to help you build your list for free. Would you like a free list? Okay, I'm sure most of you guys would. So that's what you're going to be learning inside of .com Secrets X. Now, really quick, let me show you a couple more fun things I recently did with my email list. This is an email I sent out on September 28th. This one I got 4,849 clicks, and from those 4,000 clicks, I was able to make $16,000, almost $17,000 here in affiliate commissions. And again, this is something I didn't do any work for. I had no customer support. I sold somebody else's product, and I got paid for referring the traffic, referring those people from my email list to their product. Here's an email I sent out on December 26th, the day after Christmas. Okay, probably one of the worst days in the world to go and promote something. But I sent an email for one of Mike Dillard's products. We got 6,951 clicks, and from those 6,000 clicks, almost 7,000 clicks, I made $21,000 in affiliate commissions. Okay, can you imagine making $21,000 the day after Christmas? Okay, would that help cover some of the Christmas costs that you just racked up? Okay, I'm sure for most of you guys it would. I know it did for me and did for my wife as well. Okay, and don't forget, I showed you some of the best days over the last year when we're sending out emails to our list. But I want you to realize something else. I send email out to my list every single day. Okay, so if you want a list yet, are you guys seeing the power behind this, I hope? Okay, good. So I'm sure the next question is, well, Russell, this is so easy, then why isn't everyone doing it? And the reason why is because doing it the traditional way is a lot of work, okay? And it really can be hard to get started. Now just think about all these things that go into making it your very first SLO. You got to create a product. You got to write a sales letter or create a sales video. You got to create upsells for that product. You got to set up the websites. That means designing graphics, setting up the payment buttons. You got to set up the autoresponders and so much more. There's so many things that go into creating your very first product, your very first self-liquidating offer. And that's why most people never get past step number one. And that's why when I talk to people, it's so frustrating me because they've been online for a month or a year or 3 years and they're still not making money because there's so many steps. Okay, now I told you guys at the beginning of this webinar, I only have 30 days to make you money online. So because of that, I don't want you to worry about all the stuff we just talked about. Because simply put, we don't have time for all that. I need you making money within the next 30 days. So because of that, I'm going to give you a huge shortcut. Okay, now who here would love to have a huge shortcut where you don't have to set up a website, you don't have to design graphics. In fact, over the first 30 days, you're going to make money online and you're not even going to have a website. Does that sound kind of cool? Okay, so who here would like a huge shortcut right now? Okay, then let's spend a few minutes now talking about shortcuts. And I think you know what I mean by that. As a kid, you took a shortcut through someone else's yard to cut your walk in half, right? And little has changed since then. You still take shortcuts on your commute to work, at the mall. If we think about it, all of us are using shortcuts all the time. Now, you didn't build a computer user right now, did you? You bought it, and that was a shortcut. Now, the food you ate earlier, did you grow that? Okay, no, I didn't think so. You paid somebody else for that, and that was a shortcut too. Now, when it comes to making money, for some reason, we're often told that that's one area in life where there's no shortcuts. Now, to believe that, in my opinion, is to be completely naive, and forever you're going to be hopelessly broke. Shortcuts to making money, they aren't just available, they're everywhere in business. As you probably know, autoresponders are a shortcut to sending out mass email. Now, email, by the way, is also a shortcut. Google AdSense is another shortcut to finding advertisers who want to pay you for space on your website. Software that optimizes your blog posts are a shortcut. Jobs that used to take days or even weeks are done almost instantly today with shortcuts. And still, for some reason, we're told there's no shortcuts in business, when the truth actually is, shortcuts are essential. Without a few key shortcuts, I would never be where I am today in my life. And it's nothing to be ashamed of because shortcuts, I believe, are progress. They're here to help us to get our goals faster. And when you use shortcuts ethically, they can be used to better help serve people faster and more efficiently. Shortcuts means we can all do greater things than just sitting around doing menial tasks all day long. Now, why am I telling you all of this? Because I am guessing that each of you have some kind of goal right now. Now, I don't know if your goal is to make $1,000 a month, $10,000 a month or more, but each of you guys have a goal right now. I'm guessing you probably have that number in your head right now, and I want you to sit down, and if you know what that number is, write it down on a piece of paper right now. How much is it that you want to be making per month in residual income so that you can fire your boss, so you can get the financial freedom you want in your life? Write that number down right now. In fact, this is your very first task as a .com Secrets X members. Write down that number right now. Now you need to ask yourself the following question. What would it be worth to have a shortcut to that number right there, to that income? A way to sidestep the learning curve, to sidestep the anxieties, to sidestep the trial and the error. And believe it, for a lot of you guys, there's going to be some trial and error to be able to sidestep the dejection of not getting it right the very first time. Well, I got some really, really good news for you, is that that shortcut already exists. There's an elevator that can get you quickly to that number while everybody else is taking the stairs. An elevator that's already been proven countless numbers of times by a small but diverse group of internet marketers known as .com Secrets X members. In fact, this shortcut I'm about to offer you isn't just a good idea, but it's actually mandatory, especially if you want to make money quickly with your business right now. Now, does this sound like the type of shortcut that you want in your life? If so, then let me ask you a quick question. Would you like to see the shortcuts that I've created for the .com Secrets X members? Okay, I'll dive into those right now. Okay, so here's huge shortcut number 1, done for you SLOs. That's right, we actually give you multiple self-liquidating offers that have already been proven to convert. But what's nice about this is I either paid a copywriter $15,000 to write the sales letter or sales video for this, or I personally wrote them myself. Now what's cool about these SLOs is you make anywhere from 50 to 75% commission on every single one of those. The other cool thing is that most of these SLOs are already averaging between $1 and $3 EPC, and we're adding between 1 and 3 brand new SLOs every single month. Okay, can you see how this first shortcut is going to dramatically speed up your time? It's going to make it so you don't have to go and create a product, write a sales letter, hire a copywriter, get a graphic designer. All that's been taken off your plate, so all you have to focus on is making money. Does that sound good so far? Okay, let me show you the next shortcut. Okay, shortcut number 2 is called Done For You List Building. Now what's cool about this is we set it up so that we actually install your autoresponder on every one of our squeeze pages. So not only are you going to make money when you promote the SLOs, you're also going to be building your list every single time you drive any traffic to the website. And I'm guessing you still want a big list, right? Okay, cool. So that shortcut number 2 is Done For You List Building. Now, huge shortcut number 3 is I'm actually going to give you free coaching for 30 days to drive traffic to that SLO. Now, in phase number 1, I'm going to be giving you our 2 secret traffic sources that we use to drive traffic fast and for very cheap or for free. Now, the first traffic source is actually over 80 places we go to get clicks for just 30 cents per click. Now, what's nice is these clicks right now are making us on average $1 EPC for each of the SLOs that we're already giving you guys. So what does that mean exactly? That means for every 30 cents you put into advertising, you can be making $1 back in return. Okay, that's even better than we talked about before with the self-liquidating offers. Here you're actually making money when you build your list. But it gets even better than that. I'm also going to give you access to our network of free solo ad sites. These are over 20 websites that we use every single day to get free traffic. That means we don't even pay a penny for it, yet they're building our list around the clock, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Okay, would you like to know what websites those are? Well, that's what we're going to be teaching you during phase number 1 of your 30-day coaching program. Now what's cool is you're actually going to get a video every single day for 30 days telling you exactly what to do. So what that means is you don't have to even think about this, just do what I tell you to do. So day number 1, do this. Day number 2, do this. Day number 3, do this. And don't worry, this isn't like 2 or 3 hours worth of videos and content. Each video is only about 10 to 15 minutes long, and it's going to tell you one thing to do that's only going to take you about 15 minutes, and at that point, you're finished for the day. Does that sound pretty cool? Now I want to show you what's going to happen at the end of these 30 days. You're going to follow these steps, and at first a lot of them are not going to make any sense to you. It's going to be kind of like Mr. Miyagi and Danielson. I'm going to be telling you to paint the fence and to wax the car, and you're going to say, Russell, why in the world am I doing this? But if you promise me and you trust the system and you just follow it for 30 days, then what you're going to learn is how to do internet marketing that you can then go back and use and apply with any business online. Okay, if you have a different business, that's okay. During these 30 days, you're going to be promoting these SLOs, and you're going to learn internet marketing. You're going to learn every skill, every technique that you need to be able to go and apply to any of your other online businesses. Does that sound cool? Okay, then if that's the case, from this point forward, I need all you guys calling me Mr. Miyagi. I'm just joking, don't really. Okay, so the next question I'm sure is, Russell, what happens after day 30 and beyond? Well, again, the first 30 days, I've got 30 days to make you money. So the first 30 days, I'm going to be giving you guys the shortcuts, the secrets, the tricks, so you can make money very, very quickly. Okay, now my goal with everything you learn during the first 30 days is you get very fast results. Everything we show you is going to be either free or mostly free. And then the second 30 days, we're going to switch over to another process. In this phase, we focus on organic growth. This is where we're going to give you a website, and we're going to show you some very powerful, very strategic ways to grow traffic to that website very, very quickly. And then the third 30 days, this is where we start focusing on what we call anabolic growth. Remember we talked about earlier about reinvesting some of your profits back into advertising? This is where we show you where to invest your money so you can start getting more and more traffic faster and faster and faster. This is how I was able to go from a nobody to making $250,000 my senior year in college, to making $1 million within a year of graduation, to 5 years later making over $10 million a year, to where I'm at today, was by following this exact same process I'm going to teach you. And the reason why is if you don't make money faster in the first 30 days, you're probably not going to stick with this business. And I want you guys seeing some success fast, and that's why the first 30-day coaching program is going to make you money fast. And then from there, we're going to show you how to grow a business, and then how to ramp up that business and really turn into an internet marketing superstar that you want to be. Does that sound pretty cool? Okay, but it gets even better. Now I'm going to show you huge shortcut number 4. I'm actually going to help build an army of affiliates for you. So what does that mean? That means you're going to have your very own commission-based sales team who are out there promoting these SLOs for you, and you're going to get paid every single time they promote a product. And most of the times, you're not even going to know these people even exist. Let me explain how this works. Every offer we have will lead back to .com Secrets X. When someone joins .com Secrets X, $1 will go to World Teacher Aid. We already talked about that. Second, it gets us one person closer to granting another wish. And third, that person is going to go into your second tier. I'm sure a lot of you guys are saying, second tier, what exactly does that mean? Let me explain what your second tier affiliates are. Basically, when they join .com Secrets X, you make about $40 per month residual for every single member every single month. So that means when you refer just 3 members to .com Secrets X, your account becomes more than free from that point forward. Plus, you're going to make about $15 per month residual for every member that they refer. Does that make sense? So if I refer Judy, I make $40 per month for as long as Judy remains a member. And when Judy invites her friend Susie, I make $15 per month for every single month that Susie stays on a member. Does that sound pretty exciting? So let me show you kind of the math behind this if you just refer 3 people. Okay, if you refer 3 people, you're making $120 per month residual income. If they each refer 3 people, that's going to make you an extra $135 per month. Okay, that's 9 people times $15 per month. So the total profit so far that you're going to make is $255 per month, and again, that's if you just refer 3 people. Now let me ask you, which one of your current bills would that income replace? Would that replace your student loans? Would that replace your car payment? Would that replace your grocery costs? Which one of your current bills would that number, $255 a month, which bill would that replace? Now again, that's assuming that you only refer 3 people and then that they only refer 3 people. What if you were to go out there and you refer 10 people or 100 people or more? Well, that's exactly what you're going to be learning how to do as a .com Secrets X member. How to get not just 3, not just 10, but hundreds of people every single month joining, and you'll get the residual income from every single one of those people and the people that they refer. So let me explain to you how I like to do it. The first step I like to do is to list out every single bill that I have. So for example, if I have a car payment at $600, I write that down. If I pay $400 a month in groceries, I write that down. If I have a house payment that's about $1,800, I write that down. Okay, and I want you guys doing this exact same thing. Okay, so that's step number 1. Step number 2 is figure out how many .com Secrets X members you're going to need to replace that bill. For example, if I want to cover my car payment, I just need to refer 15 members, and suddenly the residual income from those members makes my car payment free. Okay, now who here would like to have their car payment taken care of every single month? Okay, I'm sure most of you guys would. Okay, the next thing is how many members do I need to refer to cover my grocery cost? Okay, in this situation, I'd only need 10 members. And third one here, if I had just 45 members inside .com Secrets X, that would completely cover my house payment. Okay, and does that get exciting for most of you guys? Do you see how easy it becomes to see what you owe on something, what your monthly bill is, and then replace that with residual income? Now, for me personally, I want to show you my next step. After I've covered my house payment, my groceries, my car payment, my student loans, all my other debts, my next step is I figure out what is it that I actually want in life. So for me, if you want to know a little bit about me, this is what I want in life. I want one of these light cycle cars. You've probably seen these recently in a very famous movie. Now, one of these cars costs $55,000. I guess it's not really a car, it's more of like a motorcycle thing, but it's awesome, okay? Now this one costs $55,000. So what I do is I figure out what's the monthly payment going to be if I purchase this. Now if I purchase this, my monthly payment is going to be about $800 a month. Now for most of you, if you went and you asked your spouse for $800 a month to get your own light car, what would they probably tell you, okay? I'm pretty sure most of them would think you were crazy because $800 a month, that's a house payment for some people, okay? But when you do it this way, let me show you what you can do. You reverse engineer that and you realize that just 40 members paying you $40 per month is going to make you exactly $800 per month. You see how that works? So all I do is get 40 members and suddenly Russell gets a free light cycle that he can use every single day completely free. Okay, that seems pretty exciting to you? That's what I want you guys starting to do, is start thinking in terms of residual income and members as opposed to how in the world am I going to be able to pay for this. I'm sure a lot of you guys know Robert Kiyosaki. He wrote the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and one thing he said that always stuck with me, he said, the difference between people who are wealthy and people who are poor, he said, poor people look at something and say, I can't afford that. And he says that wealthy people look at things and say, how can I afford that? This is the mindset I want to instill in all of you guys, is figuring out, how can I afford that? This is the way you guys want to be living your lives, right? This is a better way to live, don't you think? And that's what I want you guys doing when you become a .com Secrets X member. Sound good? And again, that's not including the money that you're going to make when those people that you referred, when they start telling other people and they start bringing people into .com Secrets X as well. But don't worry, because it gets even better than that. Because not only do you get paid when they refer other people to .com Secrets X, you also get paid on every single SLO that they sell. That's right, every single self-liquidating offer that they sell, you're also going to get paid on those. And I'm sure some of you guys are thinking, are you serious, Russell? Is this even possible? And before we get too excited, I want to also point out that you don't need to worry. This is non-MLM. This is only 2 tiers, and all affiliate commissions are paid to you directly from ClickBank. Okay, some of you guys are getting kind of excited right now because you see the opportunity behind this. If so, then I want to introduce you to the .com Secrets X Freedom System. Now, the Freedom System consists of a lot of different shortcuts that are going to help you guys make money very, very quickly. Now, the first shortcut that we already talked about are the done-for-you SLOs. Now, the value of these SLOs is at least $4,997. The second shortcut is the done-for-you list building, and the value of this is at least $2,997. I mean, how often does someone actually help you build your email list? Am I right? The third shortcut is the 30 days of free traffic coaching. Now, we normally charge at least $2,000 for this, but again, you're getting it for free. And the fourth shortcut is we're going to help you build an army of affiliates, just like I talked about, where you're getting people out there who are referring these products and services for you, and you get paid on all of their efforts as well. Now, the total combined value of this so far is $12,998. But don't worry, I'm not going to stop there, because I want to give you even more shortcuts to help speed up your success. So shortcut number 5 is I'm going to give you access to the Internet Marketing Illuminati. Now, some of you guys may be saying, what is the Illuminati? Well, last year we launched a program called the Illuminati, and it costs $97 per month. In fact, we still have thousands of members who are actively paying $97 a month to be part of the Illuminati. Okay, now when we launched this, it caused a huge uproar. Some people that were excited, other people that were angry. In fact, we even got a death threat on the phone because people were upset that we were calling it the Illuminati. It was kind of funny. Anyway, what was interesting is that this was one of the highest converting offers we have ever done. What else is cool is this is actually one of your SLOs that you're getting as well. Now, inside the Illuminati is where I keep the best of everything we publish inside of .com Secrets. Okay, there's hundreds of hours of videos and webinars and training and more. That's all inside the Internet Marketing Illuminati. So for those of you who are advanced and you want to learn everything that I know about Internet marketing, the Illuminati is where you're going to find out all the advanced material. Things you need to take you from 6 figures a year to 7 figures, and from 7 figures to 8 figures and beyond. Okay? So again, you're going to get free access to the Internet Marketing Illuminati, because I think that a lot of you guys are going to need this, especially when you start ramping up your businesses. Okay, does that sound like a cool bonus? Awesome. Well, that's shortcut number 5. Shortcut number 6 is you're going to get access to the .com Secrets Monthly Journal. Now, we've been publishing this print journal for over 5 years now. And again, the print version sells online for $97 per month every single month. We have thousands of subscribers to this. And you're going to get access to all of the back archives over the last 5 years. Every issue we published for 5 years, every single one of those you can log in the members area, and you're going to have access to every one of the back archives. This is literally thousands of pages of content of the most internet marketing strategies that work today in today's market. Now, each month as a member of .com Secrets X, you're going to get a free digital version of the newest newsletter. And for any of you guys who like the hard printed version, like I do, if you pay just a small shipping handling fee inside the members area, we'll actually give you the physical version as well, and we'll ship that out to your house. Okay, does that sound like a good bonus to help guarantee your success in this business? All right, I thought so too. All right, now just when you thought I couldn't get any better, I'm going to share with you shortcut number 7 is you're going to have access to our monthly members-only Sketchcast. Now, each month I pick a new topic, and I actually talk about it for anywhere from an hour to 3 hours, and I stream it live from our headquarters here in Boise, Idaho. I sketch out here on my whiteboard, and usually, again, these are between 1 and 3 hours long, and each one of these Sketchcasts is worth at least $197 or more, and again, you get this for free as one of our .com Secrets X members. Okay, so let me ask you something right now. I know I've given you a lot of stuff so far already, but I want to ask you, is it okay if I really over-deliver right now? If so, then I'm going to show you shortcut number 8. Shortcut number 8 is called our over-the-shoulder coaching program. Now, what's kind of cool about this is that Not only am I the owner of .com Secrets X, I'm also a member as well. And I'm buying ads just like you. And so what I do is every single time I buy an ad, every time I drive traffic, I actually record little videos of me doing it, and I post these inside the members area, so that way you can watch exactly what I'm doing, and then you can just do what I'm doing. It's kind of like in the stock markets, they have paper trading, where you can actually go out there and you can trade in paper first and see the results before you ever actually make your first trade. I'm giving you that same ability where you can watch the ads I'm buying. Look how much money I spend, look at my ROI, see how the whole thing works, see how many clicks I got, and decide if you want to run the exact same ad to the exact same place. Inside the members area, we also have co-ops and group buys going on and a whole bunch more. Okay, so there's a lot of really fun stuff that's happening inside the members area that you're going to have immediate access to at the end of this webinar. So let me go over really quick again everything that's included in the .com Secrets X Freedom System. So first is the done-for-you SLOs. Second is the done-for-you list building. Third is the 30 days of free traffic coaching. Fourth, we're going to help you build an army of affiliates. Fifth is the Internet Marketing Illuminati. Sixth is the .com Secrets Monthly Journal. Seventh is the member-only Sketchcast. Eight is the over-the-shoulder coaching program. And again, the value of this is well over $13,000 when you add it all together. Now, I'm sure most of you realize that I'm not going to charge you $13,000 for this, but before I go on to show you exactly how much it's going to cost to get started with .com Secrets X, I want to ask you this question. If all this program did was finally give you the ability to fire your boss, would it be worth the $13,000? Now, if all this system did was give you the ability to finally tell your spouse that you're finally making money online, would it be worth the $13,000? Now, if all this system did was finally give you the freedom and the self-confidence you needed to go out there and tackle whatever it is next in your life you want to do, would it be worth it to you? And I want you to fill in that blank right now with what it is you want to accomplish with this thing. I know for every one of you guys it's different. Some it's firing a boss, some it's making more money, some it's financial freedom, some it's impressing a girl. I don't care what it is, fill in the blank right there with what's most important to you. And then ask yourself, would that be worth $13,476? I thought so too, and I just wanted to put that out there so you guys realize the value of what I'm about to offer you. Now again, before I go on to exactly what it's going to cost, I want to give you my guarantee up front as well. So here's my guarantee to you. First, this system works if you work. I guarantee that. If you don't work, I promise you it's not going to work for you. So if you're too lazy to spend 30 minutes a day to change your life, then please don't join this system. But if you know that you personally have a work ethic, but you're just a little bit nervous because you've been scammed before by scumbags in the past, then don't worry, I get it. I understand the importance and the need for a guarantee. The cool thing is that for this entire program, I'm using ClickBank. So what that means is if you don't like the program, you don't even have to tell me about it. That's how great this is. All you have to do is email refunds@clickbank.com, and they're going to give you your money back. You don't have to talk to me about it. Just email them, and boom, your money's back. Okay, does that sound like a guarantee to you guys? I know that most of you guys, after the 30-day coaching program is done, you're going to be making more than enough money to justify that investment. Does that sound good? Cool. So this is exactly what .com Secrets X is. It's a free coaching program for the next 30 days. So what that means is that if you're ready to change your life, then right now is your time. Okay? Take the 30-day challenge, turn off the TV for just 30 minutes a day, follow these simple steps, and see where you are in 30 days from now. And again, you're going to do that before I get paid a single penny. Does that sound fair? And if I can't make you money in that 30-day period of time, then I don't deserve your money anyway. Does that sound cool? So what I want you to do right now is you can actually get started right now today and become a .com Secrets X member for just $1. Don't worry, as you remember, I told you I'm not making any money off this. That dollar you donate right now is actually going to go directly to World Teacher Aid. And then after 30 days, after you're making money, it's only going to cost you $97 per month to be a member of .com Secrets X. Does that sound more than fair to all of you? Okay, awesome. I thought so too. Now, with that said, I want to give you one last shortcut, and this is kind of like the shortcut that's going to be the nail in the coffin for most of you guys, because a lot of you guys are nervous about how am I going to get traffic to these websites. So what we did is we spent a lot of time, a lot of energy, and a lot of money to give you free advertising so that any one of you guys can get started today without any money at all. What we did is we actually set up special arrangements with over 20 websites, and every one of these websites will actually send you free or mostly free traffic. In fact, most of our members have been able to use this to get between 1,000 and 5,000 clicks immediately to the SLOs we give them. Can you see how joining this right now and just getting that first 1,000 clicks immediately for free, sending them out and seeing if you make money would be worth it? Okay, I think so too. In fact, these traffic sources, they work so well that one of our .com Secrets X members, his name is Derek Gardner, he used these sites as one of our affiliates to send us over 20,000 clicks in just 1 month. Now, it still kind of shocks me that it's even possible, but he did it by using nothing but these 20 websites that we're going to give you free access to as soon as you become a .com Secrets X member. Okay, does that sound pretty exciting for you guys? I figured for a lot of you guys, that would be the one that kind of gets you over the edge. Because if you can get 1,000 clicks for free, why not sign up for that alone? Okay? So again, here's everything that we included inside the .com Secrets X Freedom System. First is the done-for-you SLOs. Second is the done-for-you list building. Third is the 30 days traffic coaching. Fourth, we're going to help you build an army of affiliates. Fifth is the Internet Marketing Illuminati. Sixth is the .com Secrets Monthly Journal. 7 is the members-only Sketchcast. 8th is the over-the-shoulder coaching program. And 9th is the free advertising I just talked to you guys about right now. Okay, the total value of this is well over $13,000. But as I mentioned before, you guys can get started today for just $1. Now, for those of you guys who are ready to get started, let me show you exactly how you sign up right now. Okay, so when I first go to x.comsecrets.com/go, you're going to see an order form that looks exactly like this. And all you do is you come in here and you go to step number 1, you type in your name. So I'm putting my name and then put in an email address. And then you click on continue to step number 2. Now in step number 2, you're going to get 2 order options. One is to sign up for the $1 trial right now, or there's also a discount option where you can save 50%. You get 6 months for free if you get 6 months up front. So that's kind of the 2 order options right there. So if you want to get started for $1, basically click right there. And again, that $1 does not go to us. It goes to directly to World Teacher Aid. And that's how simple and easy it is to get started right now. And all you have to do is go to x.comsecrets.com/go. Okay, that was easy enough, don't you guys think? Now, for those of you who are already signing up, I'd like to take a moment to talk a little about what your life's going to be like when you're pulling in a full-time residual income, because there's a lot of misconceptions about it. Taken from someone who's been there, having money is not going to be the answer to all your problems. It's not going to be a guarantee of good health. It's not going to be a guarantee that your kids are going to turn out the way you hope they turn out. And I'm not even so sure that money can even buy you happiness. But there's one thing that money can guarantee, and that's more options. For me, I like to wake up in the morning and know that I have the option to either go to work today or stay at home and hang out with my wife and kids. For you, what kind of options do you like to have? Maybe for some of you, it's to go golfing every day. Maybe for others, you like to travel around the world and taste fine foods everywhere you go. Again, these are your options, they're not mine. But every single one of you guys have some options, some desires, some things you'd like to do in life, and having money gives you the ability to have those options. Now, I don't know you, but I know that there are parts of your life that you feel like you've been missing out on. And I'm here to tell you that it does not have to be that way. Crazier things have happened than you having the ability to quit your job within a month from now or 2 months from now. And if you want to experience something like that, then this is where you need to be right now. Right now, I'm literally holding out my hand and offering to pull you up to safety and pull you up to solid ground. And like I said, it's only going to cost you $1 to get started, and that $1 doesn't even go to me. So at this point, there's really nothing to lose and only a brand new life to gain. As I mentioned earlier, the .com Secrets X coaching program is not going to be available forever. If we keep it open forever, it'll start saturating the advertising sources we're giving you guys. So because of that, we'll be capping off the members as soon as phase number 1 of this project is over. So at this point, if you're even slightly interested in giving this a shot, the smart move right now is to go to x.comsecrets.com/go to get started right now. Do not let this opportunity pass you by. Because if you come back tomorrow or in a week from now or a month from now and you see that the coaching program's been shut down, I just don't think you're going to be able to live that down. So right now you need to go to http://x.comsecrets.com/go, and when you go there, you're going to be able to get started on your new life right now. Now, how many of you guys would like a sneak peek of the members area right now? Let me show you really quick what it's going to look like as soon as you become a .com Secrets X member. Now, this is the login page after you become a member, and basically it's the login for both .com Secrets X members and for .com Secrets Illuminati members. So I'm going to go right there and log right in. And you'll notice there's a ton of stuff inside the members area to get started with, but basically right here is kind of your quick start guide. The very first thing is you start your daily video coaching. You click on here and you'll notice we have the first is your 30-day coaching program, which just says you get a video every day for 30 days, and the whole goal of this is speed. How much money can we make you how quickly? Again, we want you making money within the first 30 days, so that's kind of what the speed part of the program is. The second is the organic. We're going to help you get a lot of organic growth, and this is the kind of stuff that's nice. You do the work now, and in 3, 6, 8 months from now, you start seeing a lot of sales, a lot of money coming in from everything we'll teach you during phase number 2. And then phase number 3 is media, and this is gets really exciting. This is how you can take a business and scale it. So again, this is daily video coaching for 30 days, 60 days, and then 90 days. So that's kind of where everyone should get started, is jumping right in and starting the video coaching immediately. Second step you need is you'll go and set up your accounts, and during the video coaching we show you how to do this. It's how to set up your autoresponder account so we can build your list. Next, you pick an SLO, and there's a ton of SLOs for you to choose from. And then, boom, step number 4, you start getting free traffic. Now, what's cool is during the video coaching right here, during the first 7 days, most people will be getting opt-ins, clicks and opt-ins, and a few people will start actually even making sales during the very first 7 days using the free traffic sources we give you right here. So this is kind of exciting, and just want to kind of show you inside the members area. Now, there's a lot of other stuff inside the members area as well. Right here, as I mentioned, we published a print newsletter, and right here, if you click right here, it'll take you to the most recent issue of the print newsletter, plus all the archives of over 5 years of our newsletter are all inside the members area here. So thousands of pages of content you get right here. Let's see, DCSX, this is the coaching program. Over my shoulder, there's a bunch of really cool coaching program stuff in here as well. This is live coaching where you actually get to look and watch me making money online, and then you can kind of model and copy me. This is a Facebook group we have. It's just for .com Secrets X members, so you can be part of that Facebook group and get answers directly from me and from other members. Here's where you can actually send me text messages and get questions to your internet marketing questions. Here's free advertising. Here's places to get solo ads. Here's the ad co-ops we're doing, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So kind of some exciting things in the Over My Shoulder program. Illuminati section is one of my favorite. And here you get access to all of our print journals, our training webinars, our training videos, our live events, our Shadow Millionaire calls, our swipe files. This right here, this section alone's worth, I would have paid $10,000 for everything in here. There's more content here than you could learn in a lifetime. And the reason why we did it that way is because we wanted to make it where if you're a beginner or you need to go on the fast track and have some success, you start going through the 30, the 60, and the 90-day coaching program. But after you start making a lot of money, you're going to want to really immerse yourself and learn everything about internet marketing. So because of that, we have, again, I think it's like 9 or 10 live seminars we've done, and people paid $5,000 to come to these seminars. All the recordings are inside of here. I think we have, I don't know, probably 150 or so training webinars, training on every different aspect of internet marketing, how to get social media traffic, how to build a website, how to do tons of stuff like that. And again, there's just tons of stuff in here. So when you're when you get to the point where you're making money and you want to find more, there's more inside of here. There's always more that we have to give you guys and to train you on. So that's kind of a quick glimpse of what's happening inside the members area. There's so much more in that, but that gives you an idea of what it's going to look like as soon as you sign up. So again, go right now to x.comsecrets.com and get started so you can have access to this membership site and get started on your video coaching today. Get started right now. I don't care what time it is where you're at. Get started right now. And again, the first step, come here, click on Start Your Daily Video Coaching. You're going to come right here to phase number 1, speed. You click right there, and boom, start going through the very first day's video coaching. And if you do that in 7 days from right now, you guys will be getting clicks to your website. You will be getting opt-ins. You will be building a list, and a lot of you guys can actually make money during the first 7 days. And that's what I want you guys all doing. So that's step number 1. As soon as you get the members area, in fact, you guys should be doing that right now. We're towards the very end of the webinar right now. Most of you guys should be starting this training tonight. So step number 1, your first homework assignment from me, and you'll get used to this. You're getting homework every day for the next 30 days. But the very first homework assignment is go in there and start your daily video coaching video number 1 right now. And that's going to take you on the path to be successful very, very quickly in this business. Okay? Can I actually see a whole bunch of you guys signing up right now? I want to welcome the new people that are joining right now. It's exciting to see you guys. Again, as soon as you log in the first time, I just showed you guys, get started immediately. Go watch video number 1 right now and get started, because literally some of you guys who are taking action right now are going to have the chance to be making money by tomorrow. Is that exciting or what? And that's what I want all you guys doing. So get started right now. All you have to do is go to http://x.comsecrets.com/go. Go there right now and get started. Oh yeah, we have some questions coming right now. People asking how to get the free website. All you have to do again is go to the URL below. Go to http://x.comsecrets.com/go. Go to that URL right now, and when you go there, you can see there's a 2-step order form. Step number 1, all you have to do is fill in step number 1. You put your name and your email address in. When you fill in step number 1, what's going to happen is immediately we're going to email you the link to your free website. Now you get that free website even if you don't sign up for the .com Secrets X coaching program. All you have to do is fill out step number 1 though, and we will send you that website through email. Does that sound good? And again, you can use this website any way you want, and you can make good money with it. But what's really exciting is that this website will also work with .com Secrets X to make you maximum profits. Okay, I talked about day 31 to day 60. This is where we start using this free website to make you a lot of money very, very quickly. So I recommend becoming a .com Secrets X member, dive in, going through the first 30-day challenge. As soon as that first 30 days is over, boom, we're going to be taking this website with you and showing you exactly how to make a lot of money with it. So if you're ready to get started right now and you want to get that free website, just go to the link right now and get started. So again, one last quick recap for you guys. Everything inside the .com Secrets X Freedom System. Number 1 is the done-for-you SLOs. Number 2 is the done-for-you list building. Number 3 is the 30 days of traffic coaching. Number 4 is we're going to help you build an army of affiliates. Number 5 is the Internet Marketing Illuminati. Number 6 is the .com Secrets Monthly Journal. Number 7 is the member-only Sketchcast. Number 8 is the over-the-shoulder coaching program. Number 9 is you get all this free advertising. Again, a total value of well over $13,000. You guys get it all today for just $1. And you can remember that $1 goes to World Teacher Aid. And then after 30 days, you can build our lowest price of just $97 per month for continued coaching. And to get started, again, all you need to do right now is go to the link right there. Open a new tab in your browser, go to the link right now, and get started. And again, don't forget, the dollar you're paying right now is going to go directly to World Teacher Aid, and it's going to get us one step closer to granting our next wish. Now, my goal is to try to grant at least one wish every single month, so get started right now so we can help grant our next wish. Now, again, I see a whole bunch of you guys signing up right now. I also see a bunch of questions coming in, so I'm going to try to answer a few of the questions here for the last couple of minutes. The first question I see a lot of you guys asking me, which is kind of interesting, is, Russell, I don't have a website yet. Can I still make money with .com Secrets X? The answer to that is yes. In fact, the first 30 days, you don't even need a website for the first 30 days to make money in this business. In fact, some of you guys may want a website, but you don't even have to have one. The first 30 days, I don't even cover anything about a website. The reason why is because when people get caught up in the technical part of this and setting up the domain name and the hosting and the FTP and the DNS and getting a graphic designer, all these things, those things keep you from being successful, and I need you making money immediately. If you're not making money in the first 30 days, first off, you're going to cancel the program and I don't make any money, which then neither of us win. Second off, if you're not making money in the first 30 days, your spouse, your friends, your family members are probably going to start teasing you, they're going to start doubting you, and I need you guys making money quickly. So we're cutting out all the technical stuff, all the difficult stuff, and just focusing on the shortest path to success. Does that make sense? Okay, cool. The second question we have right here was about the free advertising package. Looks like people are asking about how many clicks they can expect to get from the free advertising and if that advertising is targeted. The answer is yes. The advertising is very targeted to the SLOs that you're promoting, which is very, very good. The second thing is, right now our members are averaging between 1,000 and 5,000 clicks. Now, let me kind of explain that breakdown. Basically, there's in each of these sites, there's ways to get traffic for free, and we set up deals with all the owners of the sites to give you a certain amount of traffic for free. So a lot of them are giving you banner ads, some are giving you emails out to their members, things like that. And so if you just use all the free things, you can get about 1,000 clicks. That's what most people are getting. Now, on some of these sites, there's upgrades that you can do, and usually the upgrades are very small, like $50 or $100, little tiny upgrades. And if you take those upgrades, some of them allow you to send out emails to more members more often, things like that. And so people are taking most of the upgrades, which only ends up being a couple $100. But if you take those upgrades, they're getting a lot higher, about 5,000 clicks or more. Okay, and again, like I mentioned before, Derek Gardner got over 20,000 clicks in a month just using those free sites and upgrading on a few of them. Okay, and it still blows my mind to this day. So that's, again, a resource you guys have immediate access to. And someone just asked me, do we have to send it to your SLOs? You don't have to. We recommend it, but if you have your own products as well, you can use the advertising sources to drive traffic to your own products as well. So that's definitely something you can do as well. Someone asked here, how long do you realistically think it'll take to get started and start actually making money? The reality is, most of you guys will be able to make money a lot quicker than 30 days. The first day 1 and day 2 of the video training is kind of getting your stuff set up, which doesn't take that long. But after you have it set up, you can start buying ads immediately or doing the free traffic immediately. So by day 2 or day number 3, you can start sending out traffic. And when you start sending out traffic, immediately sales can start coming in. So realistically, the ability is there where you can start making money within 3 or 4 or 5 days from right now. You can start seeing cash coming in. So that's kind of exciting. The next question here is, are there other things I need to buy to get started? The reality is the only thing you really need right now is an autoresponder. And so yes, do get you will need an autoresponder. That's going to cost you anywhere from $10 to $20 a month. But that's going to be the only thing you really need to really get started in this business. And I recommend getting it. And I'll show you exactly which ones to get, how to work, and then use that. You take that autoresponder, you install it in a .com Secrets X system, and we add that autoresponder to every single one of your of the squeeze pages. So when you drive traffic, you start building a list immediately. So that's really the only additional thing you need right now. You don't need hosting or anything like that really until month number 2 if you don't want it. Okay, a really good question just came through. Someone just signed up, they paid the $1 tryout, and they see there's a couple upsells, and they wanted to know if they should be getting the upsells. Now, the answer to that is yes and no. It depends a lot on who you are. Now, we do have 3 upsells that come after .com Secrets X when you sign up. And these upsells are more for people who are really excited and want to really devour and dive into this stuff. It's additional training, it's additional resources. So it's really up to you. If you're all like me, you're kind of obsessed with this thing. You want to get your hands on as many things as possible. So that's why we put those upsells in there to really give just kind of some more further coaching, more advanced stuff for people who want to jump right into this. They're not necessary. One thing is the upsells right now, if you do buy through an upsell, the price is severely discounted. So if you try to buy it later in the future, it's more expensive. So that's kind of one thing to kind of weigh there. But you don't have to get them to be successful in this business. That's very important to understand. You can just do the $1 trial and be successful with .com Secrets X. But if you want those upsells, they are things that will help facilitate the process, help speed it up, and help you make more money quicker. So that's kind of what the upsells are. And again, it's not required, but they do they will help you long term with your business. Great question. Okay, next question, kind of a funny one. Someone asked if they can be my friends on Facebook. For those of you guys who want to be my friends on Facebook, unfortunately, I only include like my family members on my personal Facebook, but we actually have a private group that's just for .com Secrets members. And so when you become a member of .com Secrets X, you can actually join that group, and I'll manually approve you. And after you join that group, then you can communicate with me directly through Facebook all you want. In fact, I'm in there every single day posting tips, giving ideas, showing different ways we're driving traffic, and so on and so forth. And so you get immediate access to that Facebook fan page, or excuse me, that Facebook group, and be able to start following me and following everything we're doing, and get kind of the insider tips day by day what's happening. And what's cool about this business for me is this business is like my life. Like I live it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and so I'm always in there posting, hey, I just did this. Hey, here's an ad I just ran. Here's what it did. Here's a cool thing I just learned about internet marketing, or a cool new way I learned to drive traffic, and that's where I'm posting all that stuff. And so as a .com Secrets X member, you have access to that group and be able to have a chance to really chat with me personally and interact. And it's kind of our way. Because again, I can't be on the phone with everybody, but I can be in Facebook 3 or 4 times a day, and it gives me the ability to kind of communicate with all of you guys. So if you have questions directly, this gives you, I guess, the ability to kind of touch out or reach out and ask me questions and communicate with me. So that's a great question. Next question here is, what was it like meeting Tony Robbins? Kind of off topic, but it was an amazing experience. It was kind of a cool story, actually. I was speaking at an event out in Atlanta, and I got a phone call from his assistant, and basically said, hey, Tony wanted to know if you could come and speak in Fiji in 2 weeks. And if Tony Robbins asked you to come speak in Fiji in 2 weeks, you just say yes, right? So I said yes, and then we had no idea how in the world we were going to get there. And we couldn't, the way that the timing was, like, we couldn't find babysitters for our kids, so we had to, like, bring our kids. So I asked them, I'm like, is it okay if we bring our kids? And they said yes. And so we had to go and figure out ways to get passports overnight. Like, literally, we went to Google and typed in overnight passports. Found a company who did passports overnight to us. We got the passports. We flew out there in a plane, and it was an amazing experience. We got there and had a chance. I spoke to his business mastery, spent time with him and his wife. It was one of the most amazing experiences I've ever had. And what's kind of funny is I was supposed to fly home. I think we were supposed to be there for 6 days, and we ended up staying at the end of 6 days. We wanted to stay longer, so they just canceled our flights, and we ended up staying for like 14 days before we flew home. And it was just kind of a really cool experience. And a lot of people always ask me, is Tony as genuine as real in real life as he seems, on stage and on TV and stuff? And the answer is yes. He's one of the most amazing, humble people I've ever met in my entire life. So yeah, Tony's an amazing person. Okay, well, I think that covers most of the questions that I see here. If you have any other questions, feel free to contact our support. But anyway, the reality is it's only $1 to get started. That $1 is going to charity. So go jump into this. Get started. You got full 30 days to try this thing out. If it doesn't work, just cancel. Like, you don't really have anything to lose. If it does work, man, this could be the new future for you. So that's what I want you guys to do, is jump into this. Have some faith in me. Have some trust in me. This is not my first rodeo. I've done this before. I've helped tons of people. You guys had a chance to hear from Zan and Jen. You've seen how their life has changed. Now it's my turn to change your life. Like I said, my students call me the overnight success maker, and now is my chance to really prove that, put it to the test. I want to change your life. I want you to be successful in the next 30 days. So take on the challenge, jump in with both feet, and get started today. And literally, in 30 days from now, your entire life could be unrecognizable. How would you like that? That'd be pretty cool. I hope so. So that's my last thing for you guys. Get started today. Go to x.comsecrets.com/go. Join the coaching program for the next 30 days. I'm going to help you make some money, and if not, you don't pay a penny. Let's get started working together. Let's make some money for each other. So let's get started right now, and I'll see you inside the members area.